Chapter 10. Lucas chose me! This time, no one laughed or clapped. The bleachers stayed quiet. Chris and Carla stared at me with twin pairs of wide eyes. From down the gym floor, David gave me a meaningful look. Pete likes new girls, they said. Pete's going to choose you. Lucas chose me. The facts were adding up. All right, Lucas, Miss Mason called. Randy, where are you? Randy's the new girl, right? I sat glued to my bench, my legs shaking. I didn't want to be Lucas's partner. I didn't even want to learn how to square dance. But that was beside the point. What am I going to do? I whispered to Chris and Carla. Carla shrugged. I guess you'd better get out there. Lucas made his way down to the gym floor. Randy? Miss Mason called. Oh, Randy, I know you're up there somewhere. Come down so we can get things started. Laura's friend Maggie stood up and pointed at me. There she is, she cried. That's Randy. Miss Mason was losing her patience. Don't be shy, she chided me. Hurry up. I slowly climbed down the bleachers and stepped onto the gym floor. Lucas stood off to the side, waiting for me. What I have to do to swing your partner, I realized. I'll have to touch him. I'll have to touch a dead person. My stomach rolled over. There was no way I square danced with a dead guy. Miss Mason, I said in a weak voice, I feel sick. She frowned. You do look a little pale. My stomach churned. I really didn't feel well. Maybe you'd better go to the nurse's office, Miss Mason said. I hurried out of the gym. I felt Lucas's eyes burning onto my mic as I left. You know, it really wasn't so bad square dancing, Carla says as we emerged from the Division Street Mall. I'd gone to the movies with her and Chris and Sarah. It was 8 o'clock and not quite dark yet. You might have had fun, Randy, Chris added. We didn't have to talk to our partners or even touch them that much, except when it was time to swing around. If anybody had swung me around, I would have thrown up, I said. I felt sick just looking at Lucas. Get over it, Carla scolded. Lucas ended up dancing with Marsha Lee, and nothing bad happened to her. I think you're getting crazy over this hide-and-seek game, Sarah agreed. I mean, no one's really sure if Pete exists. I bristled. You're the ones who told me about him, and if it's not true, why do you keep playing this game year after year? Why do kids end up in this insane asylum with their hair all white, never talk again? It has to be true. Chris looked scared. She's right. Come on, you guys, Sarah said. The game is just for fun. If it's a little scary, that makes it more fun. We know lots of kids who have played, Carla insisted, and nothing bad's ever happened to them. All right, I thought. So I'm a wimp. But the more I see, the more I believe Pete exists. We crossed the mall parking lot and started down Division Street. At Park Drive was split up. Sarah, Chris, and Carla caught a bus home North Hills. I stood in the corner waiting for my bus. It didn't come. After about 10 minutes, I decided to walk home. It was a warm night and still light out. It got dark quickly, though. I began to walk faster. I was late, and I knew Mom would be worried. I could hear her scold at me already. I specifically told you to be home before dark. Too late for that. It was totally dark now. But I was almost home. I turned a corner into Fear Street. Up ahead, I saw Fear Street come cemetery. I couldn't help wishing I had made it home before dark. Passing the cemetery is okay in the daytime, but it's not my favorite place to be at night. I hurried past, trying not to think about the voices I heard there, trying not to even look at the place. But something moved near one of the graves. It caught my eye. I couldn't help it. I had to look. Something white flashed in the darkness. I moved a little closer. I heard the sound of a spade in the dirt, the sound of digging. A boy crouched near one of the graves. His face was close to the dirt, as if he were sniffing the ground. I ducked behind a tree to watch. It was Lucas. He pulled something out of the ground and held it up in front of his eyes. It was purple and slimy, and I could see it moving, wriggling and twisting in Lucas's hand. A worm. Yes! Lucas cried. And then he did something that made me sure I'd been right all along. Lucas slowly lowered the fat purple worm toward his mouth.